Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 predictions for the future you won't believe. Life is full of surprises, some are bad and some are good. In this video, we're going to be looking at some mind-blowing predictions of amazing and terrifying things that will happen in the future. But first, be sure to like the video and subscribe, and comment I subscribed and I'll try to reply. So, coming in at number 10, we have only 3 languages. Over 6,500 languages are spoken in the world every day. However, languages die out on a daily basis, such as dialects, which are languages that only exist for a small region of a country. One big change that experts say will occur in the future is the reduction of all of these thousands of languages to only 3 languages. English, Spanish, and Mandarin are expected to take over and make all other languages obsolete. English will take over most of the Western world and Europe, while Spanish will cover many Eastern and southern parts of the world, and Mandarin will be used in most Asian territories. Many people see this as a good thing. World leaders will be able to negotiate better, more overseas trade will become possible, and you'll be able to speak to millions more people than you could before. But some people see this as negative, as it will be a big change for many countries and will alter their culture and traditions. But if that's you, then don't worry, as this prediction will take hundreds of years to kick in. Next up, we have one currency. Like languages, there are a lot of currencies in the world, 181 to be exact. But economic experts predict that in the future, the world will operate under one currency. But with all the money people already have, how will this work? Well, we all know that now, in the digital age, less people are using physical money like paper and coins, and are now using either credit cards or services such as Apple Pay, Square, or PayPal. And of course, web-based currencies such as Bitcoin are also taking off. Well, in the future, a digital currency is set to replace all other currencies. This will improve the world in terms of economic stability, as there will be no differences between the worth of countries, and it will make international trade a lot cheaper and easier. So there you go, this is one prediction that will make the world a better place. Next up, we have robot soldiers. Almost every country has an army, and with the rise of the digital age, it's no surprise that the military is becoming more and more technology based. Right now, the US military is developing automated robots that resemble people, animals, and drones. Russia is also doing this, creating a humanoid super soldier nicknamed Iron Man. And it was confirmed by the official US head of counterterrorism that by 2025, the US will have more robot soldiers than human soldiers. And with President Trump increasing the military budget to nearly $700 billion, this may happen even sooner. A lot of people believe this to be a great idea that will change the world, while some don't like it as people are scared of technology that could get out of hand and cause an apocalypse. At least you don't have to write a letter to a dead robot's mum. Next up, we have change of appearance. You don't have to go back too far to notice a change in the appearance of people. Just take this graph showing the average human height for the last few hundred years. But it's predicted that in the future, we will look noticeably different. Our eyes will get larger and shinier, which we will need to combat cosmic rays. And as we develop, our faces will become perfectly symmetrical. We will also have larger nostrils for off-planet environments, and much larger heads to contain heat loss. Another huge change not related to our faces is with our feet. It's likely that deep into the future, we will no longer have toes. Sea levels will rise in the future, meaning that many people will be forced to swim more, and as a result will develop webbed feet. So get ready to look like a Snapchat filter in a few thousand years. Next up, we have weather control. This may sound like something out of a movie, but in many years' time, we will be able to have control over the weather. This won't be used to make every day sunny to not ruin your barbecue. This will actually be used to prevent large-scale natural disasters such as tornadoes and storms that cause flooding. While this is a future prediction, significant progress has already been made, such as the Aurora research program in Alaska. The HAARP transmitters they have spot irregularities in the world's ionosphere and regulate them using magnetic fields. So far, this program has already prevented tornadoes and will likely develop into being able to cause rain, snow, and sun. Next up, we have ocean farming. When I say farm, you probably think of a green, muddy field with a few seeds growing in it. Well, for the future, this simply isn't viable with the rapidly growing population. In only a few hundred years, the world's population is expected to rise to 10 billion people. So we're going to be a lot more reliant on our oceans to get food from. Of course, we will still use our oceans to farm fish, but the main thing that will be farmed in the future is algae. Algae will soon be one of the world's leading energy sources as it is renewable, and will be used far more than oil and gas. So far, there's only a few small private ocean farms, but these will be the norm and government funded in the future. Next up we have gay marriage. While this prediction is gradually becoming reality with 22 countries including Spain, the US and the UK allowing it, it is still illegal in over 77 different countries and is punishable by death in 12 countries including Saudi Arabia, Pakistan and the United Arab Emirates. Countries who are taking steps to allow gay marriage are Australia, Colombia and Slovenia. However, some countries are very reluctant to pass any laws allowing gay marriage, mainly due to religious ideals. But if the current trend continues, as experts say it will, then in the future gay marriage will be legal everywhere. And in some countries that prohibit gay marriage, national surveys have shown that most citizens are in support of it. While some people see gay marriage as a bad thing, often because of religion, a lot of people see it as a good thing and believe that this change will make the world a better place. Next up we have war. We've had World War I and World War II, but the question remains, will we have World War III? The answer? Possibly. But what is very likely to occur in the future is a large war that North America is involved in. Experts say that a potential war with North Korea could occur as the country's nuclear program is becoming more and more successful. And many people say that Donald Trump is a volatile president who could initiate war. Although a war on the scale of World War I or II is unlikely to happen because of nuclear weaponry that will kill about 80% of the planet. A smaller but very deadly war which has the potential to dramatically change your life could happen in the future. And I hate to say it, but unlike some of the other predictions on this list, this one is likely to happen in your lifetime. Next up we have robot takeover. If you go to a supermarket or a fast food restaurant today, it wouldn't be a surprise to see a self-service system in place. Well, although these may seem innocent, it's the beginning of a robot takeover. Okay, maybe it's not that dramatic, but it could affect millions of jobs and is likely to happen within the next 20 years. Human jobs are increasingly being replaced by robots. This has already happened in most factories, but one restaurant in China is testing out robot chefs and waiters that are working well. And as time goes on, this will affect more and more human jobs. While some jobs will still need to be done by humans, robots mean that millions of unskilled manual labor jobs will disappear. Although this will create jobs in science, technology, engineering, and math, only 16% of American high school seniors are proficient in mathematics. So you guys better stop messing around in math class, unless you want to be second guessed to a robot when it comes to getting a job. Next up we have no privacy. Privacy is something of a hot potato in modern politics, with many old privacy rights that we're all used to being rapidly taken away from us. The way the government sees it is the more privacy you have, the more dangerous you could be. While some people don't mind their emails and text messages being read, things almost turned extreme in 2011 when the government tried to implement SOPA. This would allow the government to block certain internet sites and monitor everything you do. However, due to mass protest and many huge websites such as Google and Wikipedia shutting down in retaliation, this thankfully didn't go ahead. However, ex-CIA worker Edward Snowden said that future generations will have no concept of privacy, which to many is a very scary thought. And that just about wraps up this video. Check out the poll in the top right corner and you can vote for the most shocking prediction. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe.